Okay, now, listen, today is super important day, all right, and it's very important, all right. These questions, most of these questions come from your standardized tests, all right. This is a big part of the ERBs, big part of standardized tests like the SAT and the ACT, so we get a little bit older, all right. So I especially need you to pay attention here. And let me explain a few things, all right? And I also want you to have your calculator out because I want the calculator to do the work, but like always, I want the work written down and the calculator to do the work. Everybody hear me? All right, so let's get started, all right? Now again, this has a lot to do when you go make a purchase, all right? Or it might even be if you're the owner of a business, all right? Does everybody understand when you run a business, you have to what's called make a profit, right? In other words, if you buy something for $10, you can't sell it for $8, right? Then you'd be losing money. So if you buy something for 10, you got to sell it for more than 10. All right? Pretty usually, yes, like $20 or something like that. All right? So again, you have to make a profit. So sometimes you're going to mark things up, all right, when you sell them. Sometimes you're going to give a discount, all right? If you thought something was going to sell and it doesn't sell, you have to try to lower the price so you would entice someone to buy. All right, well, that's what we're working on today. All right, you know about percentages. All right, so this shouldn't be that difficult. All right, now tomorrow we have a review, and Wednesday we have a review, and then we have a quiz on chapter 5, or I'm sorry, this is chapter 6 on Thursday. All right, so let's knock this out now. All right, so it says find the selling price for each given the cost and the percent of markup or discount. So you're going to buy a necklace for $30 and you're going to mark it up 25%. So I'm going to teach you two ways, two strategies. All right, and then I'm going to show you how I want you to know how to do it. All right? One is a basic way. All right? So I want everybody to take a look at this. If I want to mark it up 25%, I would take $30 and I would multiply that by 0.25. All right? And somebody do that for me. All right? 30 times 0.25 is $7.50, and that represents the what? That represents the markup. Thank you very much, and that's what I want you to write down on your paper. That represents the markup. Are you good with that? Now, that doesn't, that's not the actual selling price. That's just the markup. So can anybody tell me how I would find the selling price? Ellis, what would I do? That's exactly right. So the selling price is going to be the $30 plus the markup. So the selling price would be what? $37.50. Is everybody happy with that explanation? All right. Now, I'm also now going to show you how I want you to do the problem, which is different than that. All right? That's if you forget what I'm about to tell you. All right? Everybody can do that. Take 25% and then either add it or subtract it, depending on if it's a markup or a discount. Thank you. All right? Now, what I want everybody to do is above the $30, I want you to write the $30 represents what? 100% of the price. The $30 represents 100% of the price. Now, the $7.50, above the $7.50, that represents what? That represents what percent? That represents 25%. So the person buying it has to pay 100% what? plus
25.
25%. So the person buying has to pay 100% plus 25%, which means he has to pay for 125%. All right, does anybody have any questions with that? Now, that's not the answer, of course. That's what you're writing down. All right? Now, the person buying has to pay 125% of what?
30.
Of 30. What does of mean? Multiply. So the answer now is, watch how much quicker. If I just take 30 and I multiply that by 125%, which is what decimal? 1.25. Somebody do 30 times 1.25. $37 and what? 50 cents. So listen to me. That's what I need for you to be able to do. I need for you to look at this right here and say that's the quickest way possible. Everybody hear me on that? Now, one more time. The reason we multiplied by 1.25 is because 30 represented what? And the discount is what?
85.
So the total would be what? 125%. Is everybody with me on this? Now look, if you're not typing that on your calculator, it's hard for you to see it visually why that works. Is everybody good with that? So please use your calculator. All right, so now we're going to do number 2. You're going to buy a scooter for how much? You're going to buy it for $15, and then you're going to mark it up by what? 55%. So if I wanted to, I could just take what? 15 and multiply it by what? No. Yes, I could take 15 and multiply it by 0.55. But that would only give me the what? That would only give me the markup, not the final price. So, Sebastian, because you were listening, all right, I don't like doing it that way. It just takes me too much time. All right, so what I want everybody to be able to do is, Sebastian, I want them to take what? That's perfect. 15 times 1.55. Now, Julian, do you understand where the 1.55 came from? Okay, you know I'm going to ask you to tell me. So, where did it come from? Because the $15 represents what, Sebastian? It represents 100%. So put 100% above it. And there's another 55%. So 100% plus 55% is how much? 155%, which is what decimal? Which is what decimal? 1.55. So 155% is the same as 1.55. I need you to do that. I need you to understand that. Does anybody have any questions? So now take your calculator and do 15 times 1.55, and that will is what? $23.25. So if he can sell it for $23.25, he'll make a what? 55% profit. Everybody with me on that? Abby, is that good? All right. I want someone now. Uh-oh. Now I get a discount. So I'm going to talk to you about the traditional way to get a discount this time. To find the discount, what would I do? Vivian's doing it. Yes, multiply it by 10%. So we would say 48 times 10%, which is 0.1. And we already know what 10% is. That would be what? $4.80. It would be $4.80. That would be the discount. Is everybody happy with that? but I'm not interested in the discount. I'm interested in the sale price. So how would I find the sale price? That's right. Very nice. Everybody do for me 48 minus $4.80. And that would be what? Come on, guys. The answer is $43.20. Does everybody understand that? Now, does everybody understand? I obviously want to do it quicker than that, correct? So now is the time. I really need you to concentrate on what I'm saying right now. The $48 represents what percent? 100%. Thank you for listening. A discount now is 10%. Normally you pay 100%, but now you get a 10% discount, so you only have to pay what? You only have to pay 90%. Is everybody hearing me? All right? So now what I want you to do is I want you to take the $48 and multiply it by what? By 0.9. Because I want to find the sale price. So multiply that by 0.9. $43.20. Does everybody understand how much easier that is? Does everybody hear me? All right. So when you go buy something, you must pay what percent? Or you're stealing. Right? Occasionally, you'll walk into the store and say, wow, I got a 25% off. So now instead of paying 100%, you only have to pay what? You only have to pay what? 75%. If you can do the subtraction properly, yes. 75%. All right? 75%. Now again, this is how I want you to do it. I think that's the importance. Most people don't care what the discount is. They just want to know, what am I paying? All right? So let's see if I taught you anything. So here we go. I go in and I'm buying a computer for $200 and going to sell it to someone else. I'm going to mark it up 36%. So Caroline, how would I do this? Okay, she's going to want to do 200 times 0.36. Perfect. So listen to what I'm saying. I thought you were confused, but you're not. Listen, do I technically need this part right here? No, you don't need that. It's better just to tell me, take what? Take 200. Now tell me. And multiply by 1.36. Now listen, Julian, there's nothing I can do if you're not understanding that. Listen, everybody's going to go to the store and buy something. You might sell something one day. All right, you have to make a profit. That's what they're trying to tell you right now. All right, that's how they're trying to show you this percentage and how important it is. All right, so you would sell the computer for how much, Caroline? $272. That would be the selling price. Everybody with me on this? Yes, ma'am. Good question.
Is it like all the time that there's going to be like a 1?
Yes. Yes, because why? What does one, somebody tell her what 1 represents. What does 1 represent? 100%.
So it doesn't matter.
That's correct. Listen, 100% you have to pay what? 100% or you are stealing. All right, 100%. All right, that's where they're coming up with that. So if they discount it, instead of paying 100%, you only have to pay this percent. All right. Now markup means you're going to resell it. All right, so it's 100% plus that. All right, so I really want to hope, or I'm really hoping I can make sense out of this. Now, listen right here. All right. Again, we've got a markup. So Julia, tell me what you're going to write down on your paper. Yep. Good. Times. Is it a markup or a discount?
Markup.
So if it's a markup, we're taking 100% and we're adding what? Yes. You with me? So it's 100% plus 50%, Julia. So altogether that makes what? What percent? Yes, but I'd rather you say 150%. And then my next question is, what decimal is that? Right? So 100% plus 50% is 100%, which is the same as there. Now I think you understand what I'm trying to tell you. You with me now? All right. So take 2250, Julia, multiply by 1.5, and then I'll wait for your answer. $33.75. All right. That makes sense? All right. So here we go. Number 6. Uh-oh. Julian. All right. So you're going to go in and buy a video game. Normally it's on $40. You walk in, you see a sign that says 28% off. You're feeling good about it. So now you don't have to pay 100%. You only have to pay what? No, you have what? 70 how much? You're awesome. If you get a 28% discount, that means you only have to pay what? 72%. And I'm paying 72% of what? And what does of mean? Multiply. So look how simple. 40 times 0.72, and I'm waiting for the answer. So now you only have to pay $28.80. Because normally you would pay what? 100%, but now you get to subtract 28%. And what's 100 minus 28? 72, which is what decimal? There you go. Come on now. Listen, I want you to try to do this number 7 on your own while I'm discussing. All right? Now, look, guys, I want everybody to stop. I don't want you to do this one. Listen, bless you, bless you, bless you. Listen, I don't want calculator for this. 33% in your brain, I just want you to say that's what? One what? 1/3. 33% is 1/3. Does everybody hear me? Right, so again, there are times you just do things because you're smart. And this is one of those times. 1/3 of $18 is what? 6. So I want everybody to write on their paper, 33% is $6. Does everybody agree you don't need a calculator for this? And then, if I'm going to mark it up $6, then the selling price would be $24. Does everybody understand what I'm saying on that? If you can do it in your head. 33% is the same as 1/3. Not exactly, but close enough. Yeah, because it's like a penny or two off, right? Yeah, I don't care about that. I care that you listen to what I'm saying. 33%, I just want you to know, is 1/3. Sebastian, is it exactly 1/3? No, it's not. All right, it's not. Tell me.
How did you get
How did I get?
6?
Because 1/3. 33% is the same as 1/3. So what does 1/3 mean to do? 1/3 means divided by 3. You hear me? So 18 divided by 3 is what? 6. And we're doing a markup, so we're going to add it in. Does everybody hear me? All right, there are times to use a calculator, times not to use a calculator. That's a time not to use a calculator. All right, let's take a look at number 8. Now, honestly, I think you should be able to look at that, watch, and you should be able to say that's $17,600. How did I know that so quick? Because Max. Because why?
Because you add 16,000 Plus 1,600.
You're awesome, buddy. Thank you for listening. Thank you for listening. Very important. See, 10% of 16,000 is what? 1,600. Remember, whenever you take 10%, you move the decimal back 1. Because that literally means divided by 10. Now, notice where I placed the 1,600. I placed it above the 16,000 so I could get a better visual. Everybody see that? All right. Now, if I wanted to, I could just take 16,000 and multiply that by what? No? 1.1. Bless you. Everybody take out 16,000 multiplied by 1.1 and you can see exactly what I'm saying. It's the same answer. Does everybody agree with that? So don't take my word for it. Remember what I said. You got a calculator. It's quick. Type in 16,000 times 1.1. Is everybody hearing me?
Yes.
Everybody hearing me?
Yes.
All right. All right. Julian, come on now. I really want you to listen to me. I just want you to choose your words wisely. You are an avid reader. You know the importance of choosing your words wisely. All right? Now, calmly, right? If I get a 15% discount, what percent do I have to pay? And you can use a calculator if you want. What percent? Yes, that was 100%. Okay? Now, what does a 15% discount mean? Right? But wait a minute. You're right. It is 0.15. But listen, does a discount mean I'm adding it or subtracting?
Subtract.
Right. So this represents 100%, and I'm subtracting what? Not 0.15. Subtracting 15%. Right? And what is that? 100 minus... Oh, you're interrupting me. How did you get that, buddy? That's 85%. Hear me out. That is 85%. Does that make sense to you? Right? So I'm at 85%. So what decimal is 85%? And I'm going to take 0.85 and do what with that? 100 and what? Why 120? That's right. So tell me what that is.
That's 10,000.
Not even close. I don't care. Just clear the calculator. Is everybody okay with it being $102? Now you have to write $102 now, not just 102, because we're talking about money. Okay, Colin, how are things with you? You understanding me?
Yeah.
All right, so tell me about number 10. What are you going to do?
All right, so for number 10, we have to do 25 times 1.1.
Why 1.1? Why not 0.9? And Julian, you need to listen.
Because it's divided by 100.
Well, because is it a markup or a markdown?
It's a markup.
You're correct, is what I'm trying to tell you. But I'm trying for you to tell why everybody it's 1.1 instead of 0.9.
Because it's multiplying by, it will also multiply with 100, so 100 be like 1, and the 0.1 represents a 10.
That's correct. You see what he's saying? You're adding. This time it's 100% plus 10%. If it was a discount, it would be what?
It would be 0.9.
It would be 0.9. Is everybody hearing me? Right? So what did you get when you multiplied 25 times 1.1?
75.5.
What?
Wait, what? Wait,
Check
no,
that.
27.5. Sorry.
Thank you. Thank you, boy. $27.50. Is everybody okay with that? All right, Jess. Yes, you're up. That's what I just said. Number 11. Okay, now What are you thinking, kiddo?
So the percent, that would be 60.
That's right.
So it would be 60, and then we do a parenthesis, 0.60.
And tell me what that
And
is.
then that would be 36.
That's how easy. So you only have to pay what? $36. Now when you go into the store, you can tell how much you're going to have to pay. It's very easy, guys. I mean it. This is super important. Everybody's buying things. All right? You have a limited amount of money. You got to use your money wisely. All right? Anybody have any questions? All right. Let me hear Connor. I want you to do number 12. Tell me what to write down.
Okay, so you do $40, which is 50%, minus 10% which is 0.9.
Good. So what am I doing with the 40? Multiplying it by what?
0.9.
Yes. And what did you get?
36.
Yes, $36. Now, at this stage of the game, you're supposed to know what we're doing now. Or we've done enough examples. We should be just coasting through. All right, Abby, tell me about 13, kiddo. Yeah. Times what? Times what?
1. Wait, hold on. Oh, 13, I think so. Yeah. Oh, 1.0.
Yes, very good. So I'm saying be careful because on your test, 8% can easily be misunderstood as what? 80%. So 1.8 would be 80%. Is everybody hearing me? 8% is 1.08. So Abby, tell me what that is. Or $16.20. All right, so here we go. All right, 14. Let's go with Ellis. Tell me what to do here, kiddo. You're awesome. 1 times 1.12, which is the same as 39 point. So $39.20. And all I need, people, is just to check me to make sure there's no mistake. Everybody happy? All right, Julian, back over here, buddy. Let's see what you're doing now. So tell me about 15. What am I going to do, buddy?
So you're gonna so you have 39, 39 minus 20.
So if I have a 20% discount, what percent do I have to pay?
Oh, so you're gonna 80, and then so it's 80.
Come on, that's what I'm telling you. Just calm down, relax, choose your words. Think about it before you speak. Amazing. $31.20. Julian, I'm proud of you, buddy. That was finally good. Just relax. $31.20. All right, Will. Tell me about 16. Yeah, that's simple. 1.18. And tell me what that is. $33.04. Is everybody happy with that? $33.04. Okay, Madeline. What am I doing? 17.
So you would do 12 times 0.95.
That's correct, kiddo.
And I got 11.
Anybody else get 1140?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I like that. Okay. Let me hear Avery. So about 18.
So we have 135
Mhm.
and that parentheses 1.03,
Good job, girl.
and that equals 139.05.
Is that right? $139.05? $139.05. All right, Max. Tell me about 19.
Okay, so 10% discount, so you just do it $275 times 0.9. And that is 247.5. So that's how much we have to pay.
That's right, 247.50. Very nice. Very, very important. All right, and let's do number 20. All right.
Okay, so let's get this back. So you're going to do 80 and then subtract 100 minus 20, which is 80, so 28. And when you multiply it, you get 64.
$64. All right. That's it. All right, guys. So now, just take the time, guys. That was so easy. Now, I'm showing you now, every single one of my problems had the multiplication in there, and then the answer. Not one of these has just the answer. Not a single one. So you have to write down on your paper what you're multiplying, and then you write the answer. Is everybody good with that? No excuses now. All right? So, does everybody agree that's pretty easy, right? All right, very easy. All right, do a good job on the second worksheet. Do a good job on the second worksheet. Hold on one second. I'll help.